everyone, welcome. I haven't made a video for such a long time, but wow, look at this. What do we got today? A new project that I made. So this is a color changing lighting system. As you see, it could change color. And I used it on this little cabin I made a few days ago. It has a full door and all that stuff. Let's take a look at all the electronics before making. I used a potentiometer here. Any type is okay, but usually the 10K ones don't shut the power totally off, so I like them. Any sort of thing that's optional because that's just a lampshade. So look, we're gonna I'm gonna set it back to default to its dim. It's actually still a light in there, but if I take it up, you see that I got a RGB set up here. When I turn the potentiometer, it lights up in different colors. But how do I use just one potentiometer and to control all of these LED pins? I'll show you how in this tutorial, because it's gonna be a fun project. But first, I don't want to spoil you on this, so I gotta kind of cut through all of the wires and we'll begin again by scratch. Alright, now it's all finished. I'm done getting everything out. It's pretty quick, only a few minutes though. Here is a potentiometer. As you know, we need this. 10K is best. We need a power supply, 2 breadboards, one small, one big, but it doesn't matter. Resistors, 3 330s, a RGB LED, and a bunch of wires. Female to male and all that stuff, male to male and all that stuff. You just need an assortment of them, and this will work. And of course, if you want to, a lampshade, like the cabin I made. So now, let's get started. I usually hang the power supply externally because it kind of helps. But if you want, you could do this, in which I could get rid of some wires. I'll do this for now. It's more tidy. I will plug my potentiometer a few inches away. Like you see me did in the intro, it's kind of messier. Hook the left pin to 5 volts. It actually don't care about it. Because if you hook like the opposite, I feel like it should just, when you turn the knob a different way, it should just light up a different way. And I think we should start making the LED steps. So I'll put the potentiometer part away. And do you really, okay. So do you really understand this? Maybe, but I feel like you should, because any thing is right. I'll zoom in on this one so that you can know clearly. Alright, here it is. That's maybe a good feel. So your 330s and your RGB, you need that now. Watch which is GND pin. It's the longest one is GND. So there, one resistor to here. One of the shorter pins. There's 3 shorter pins if you count without the longer pin. There's 1, and there's 3. Look at that. I just basically skipped through this. So now you need your common ground, which is this wire. I use black usually. And plug it in the longer pin. And for that, I'll got to Alright, there we go. It should work. There it is. And then you gotta connect it to ground, of course. So I'll use a wire, just plug it in like this. Ouch. Sometimes these wires fall apart because they're not made for this. And bring back your potentiometer circuit. I'm gonna outzoom or else you will not know which piece it is. Plug it into the GND side of your power supply. There we go. And do the same for the potentiometer, because if you don't look closely, you're just gonna mix it up and sometimes don't get an answer you want. As I said, It will be completely opposite if you do it the wrong way, but it's okay. Now connect the wires to the end of the resistors. Alright, yes. So this will convey electricity from this breadboard to here. And I'll do a little trick. Connect all these wires to one column on the side. Alright, I'm gonna make another one. Click. That's cool. There we go. All three are on the side pin here. And watch the trick. I am going to use a wire, and connect it to these female to male, these things with a little tip at the end and no tip at the other end. And connect it like we just did with the GND wire. And if it snaps shut, you should feel a kind of tight sound. And then plug it on the other end here of the potentiometer. And so a lot of people don't understand this. It's the pin here. As you see, here is a zoomed up view. I connected the pin we just connected to here. The tip, which only has one pin. Now there we go. You know it. So after that, we need a few more connections so that our circuit could be good. And since I just did it externally, we don't actually need all that stuff. So let's give it a test. Oh man, it's kind of going berserk here. If it goes berserk like what mine's did, you should try to adjust some of this. See, now it's perfect. It's just, you gotta... Maybe you gotta tilt the LED a bit. That's a tip. A tech tip plus. If it always flashes, you need to maybe plug it in a bit more. And ouch. Wow, that is bright. If your wiring is kind of bad, it kind of means, oh my god, what's happening? Sometimes it means that, Alright, so if your LED goes berserk like this, turn it off immediately and fix it. Oh yeah, I fixed it. But, after I fixed it, since we've gone this far, you may not notice the problem. My LED resistor that came from my kit is actually very loose. And so when it gets loose, the command doesn't travel through the wire correctly because, well, it's lagging, because it's wobbling. It's wobbly. So that's why the LED started going crazy. But now if I turn it, see how gradient goes? That's the trick I used. Every pin, the next one will get more energy. So the first one, when the red LED lights up, oh fine, I'll zoom in a bit. When the red lights up, that means the energy is the most least. But when more energy comes, it makes the green pin high. It makes the LED shine with a mixture of green and red. But then there's even more energy that changes the blue pin on, in which we all know mixing red, green, and red, blue, will create white. And so that's it. But we're not done. We have one last step. If you have a cabin or something like this, get it here now. Here's a bigger view of the whole enclosure here so that you can see the cabin clearly. Maybe need a light next time. I gotta make a Circuit Playground Express light. Here, disconnect all the female to male connections. There should be at least 3. if you followed this tutorial correctly. And if there isn't, maybe something has just gone off by itself. Oh yeah, no, you only need a few. Only need 2. Yeah, this thing is supposed to come off. Yeah, there's supposed to only be 2. And so, put the LED, alright. Here is the inside of the cabin. I glued the door so it has no hinges. My breadboard is I kind of ripped the sticker from it so that it won't stick to anything. Oh man, yeah. Supposed to do that. Pull the wire through one of the windows just to be neat. Push or pull any wires through the window, and as you see, I got the wires through the windows right here. Oh darn it, it's so dim here. Alright, so you see, now push it, get it back up, and voila, boom, you got it. And get all the wires and make all the existing connections. This is the light. Yeah, dang, why does this always fall apart? I already knew it. Some of it starts falling apart when you don't care about it. That's the funny part about this. And so if you try it now, see, it works the same. It's amazing, right? This is an awesome project. And I'm certain that you will like it too. Yeah. Let's try another compilation so that you can feel the magic and power of the cabin. Ready? Go! And sorry about the lagging here. Oh, my potentiometer. This one, and most of them, has a flaw. If you use them on a breadboard, it kind of, as I said, gets floppy. So, yeah, this is the cabin light or light system tutorial. It's very easy to make. Anybody can make this. Like, you just did it. And so, this is an awesome project. I feel like, yeah, I feel successful. This story behind this project was actually pretty big. After I built my cabin, I felt like I should add some kind of lightning source to it. The first one was only a single LED and it could light up yellow. And it doesn't have any resistance. But I finally got the RGB to work and tried out that. And look how simple it is. Only 2 wires for this cabin, and it's amazing. I don't know where I picked up this. It was in a Canada store. Long forgot. But anyways, this cabin was great to assemble, but it's not a promotion, of course. Because I just brought this for fun. I used school glue, it worked perfect. Don't like to use epoxy so much. Yeah, so that's it for this. And if you want to consider making one of these for your friends, totally sure they would like it. So that's it. And please give a thumb. No, I'm not those guys. Please enjoy our videos maybe this one, maybe next one, if I'm gonna make any. Oh yeah, important news. The light show project is canceled for video cutoffs at a long time. My computer isn't responding recently, but thank you for watching this episode of Tech Awesome.